Hello and welcome to Ultimate Marble Racing, and today we're doing a bit more track testing, ready for the pre-season, which should be starting within the next week. I think I've got all the preparations sorted and everything in place. So the first track we're looking at is Aquamaring. I think I'm saying that right, but I don't know for sure. Might have just butchered the name, but it's up in the top left for you to see. So if we get the marbles up, I've got rid of all the random follower marbles now and just brought it down to the people that are following. We now have two new people in the races. We have Buer and Side Effects 242. So we have a total of 6 people currently. Remember, if you want to be in any of these races, especially with the pre-season starting soon, make sure you follow on Twitch. So we'll be going through a few final tracks today, just giving them some quick run-throughs, a couple of laps, make sure they run okay, see how long they take, get an idea of the lap times, and that should make up the rest of the tracks ready for the pre-season races, potentially the season 1 of races as well. I may add in a few tracks if people make more tracks. If there are any tracks you'd like to enter in for season 1, because it's a bit late for the pre-season now, either send a message through Twitch, let me know in the comments on YouTube, or if you're in the Marble World Discord, let me know in there. There is a world sharing section on that Discord. Drop it in there, let me know, and I'll check it out. Ideally, circuit races like this that loop round. I don't mind some of the sort of sprint races from start to finish as long as they take up a decent amount of time. Ideally, around 10-minute mark, I'd say, is a decent length. But with these multi-lap ones, I can mess with the amount of laps I want based on how quick the marbles get round. So I think that's all I needed to say from the start. So we'll jump into this first track. So we currently have the 6 ready to go. We'll set the laps to 3. This will be quite a short track, won't take too long for them to get around. Probably around a minute, just under per lap. And let's give this a go. Now, of course, I always slow down the time just to sort of stretch out the racing a little bit more and to help with keeping up with what's going on. So there's not too much happening too quickly and I can't keep up with it with the camera. So you'll notice the time running slightly different to real time, and that's just because I'm slowing it down. And depending on how quick the track is, depends on how much I need to slow it down to keep on board with everything. So let's get the marbles in and start this first race test. So off they go. Now the starting order of these races is based on the order in which you follow. So the earlier you follow, the better your chances. Now some of these tracks, of course, aren't as straightforward. There are some that throw in shortcuts, throw in loads of curveballs, where you can either get thrown completely out or just lose many positions. So as you can see, Buerbo has taken the lead, and Side Effects and W100D MF have been hit back there. SpaceX Live has taken the lead, with Buerbo fighting in second place. I might just shorten that down to Buer just because it's easier to say. Side Effects taking second place now. So they come up to the end of the first lap. Looks like it's going to be SpaceX Live in first. But with this track, all 3 end up on equal ground as they get up the lift. So it's hard to say how this is going to play out. So as we get up to the top of the lift, a little bit wonky with the camera there. Give it a little speed up. Quite a long way up here. and we'll see who makes the break for it into the first corner and takes the lead. So they drop off. Pretty neck and neck. Side Effect takes a good run down the lane. Space Egg Live just creeping and saying no. Yes, very close between them two. Side Effect's making a big breakaway up front. It's all fairly close in the middle pack. King Barto trying to make a push through. There's been a mess up there by Boer and Space Egg, which means King Barto has taken second place. Logan has taken third. In comes W100D into fifth, and Space Egg has dropped down to sixth place. Meanwhile, Side Effects is making an absolute breakaway as he comes into the final lap and up onto the lift. Logan hits the rebound there, but it looks like he's been held up. He has been held up and lost that position. So speed this up now as they go up the lift. Side Effect's going to have a very good runaway here. Potentially take the win as this is the last lap. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. Second place and third place, that's going to be the interesting battle. So we have W100D, Boer and King Barto competing there. Logan sitting one layer behind and Space Egg sitting at the back. So Side Effect makes a run. Quick getaway into first. It looks like King Barto will be taking second and W100 taking third. But they are battling it out there. As they come into the chicane. Very good cut through, but there's a rebound backwards and W100 loses the positions. Boer takes second, King Barto in third. A little bounce there by both Barto and Logan. And Logan loses the spot. While Space Egg takes the right lane and just messes up on that bend. So it looks like Side Effects is going to take the win on this one. And he does. And Boer coming through in second place. W100 in third, Logan fourth, King Barto fifth, and Space Egg, even with the fastest lap, comes in last. So a nice little interesting race there. A few positions switched around. Space Egg going from first place to last place. Side Effects, I'm pretty sure starting at the back, actually taking first in the end. So you never know what happens in these. So it's a good track, very good track. Probably do about a 10-lap race on this in the season. Plenty of action there. So that is our first track. So I'll be back with the second track in just a couple of minutes.